Trump bombed Iran. Let's get into it.
Oh, God.
Trump bombed Iran, and then the next day, then he was like, now peace has reigned over the world. Congratulations.
So crazy.
He's the craziest guy of all time, dude.
So Iran and Israel were fighting.
Yes.
And by that, I mean Israel was just blowing Iran up.
Yeah. Well, Iran was clapping back pretty hard.
I mean, a couple here and there.
And analysts were speculating that actually Israel is not all it's cracked up to be in terms of like they can dish it out, but they can't take it.
Well, weren't the figures like 27 Israelis dead and like 924 Iranians?
Something like that. Yeah. But who knows?
Whatever it is.
Who knows? Yeah.
Right? I think Iranians, like all their air defense is all done.
They never had any. They never really had it, you know.
Winning off vibe alone.
Yeah.
Defense is vibes.
Yeah.
Our defense is vibes.
Yeah.
So now there's like this legit almost war happening, right? There's a ceasefire, and before the ceasefire happened, everyone just like came out they jizzed out their last missiles. Trump decides then, okay, we're going to bomb the 3 supposed nuclear sites. All right.
Probably didn't do shit. But
what Iran said was they were not even sites.
Yeah, they said no. They already moved all the fissile material out before because
that was the geopolitical na boo boo.
All these wars that are happening right now, they're all very choreographed. Where they're like, hey, I'm about to bomb you here, just so you know. And they're like, okay. And then I'm going to do a retaliatory bombing over here if that's going. They're like, yeah, that's good. They're like, okay, commence. Like, it's actually a huge waste of time.
I mean, it's kind of cute at this point, right?
It is.
It's like, yeah, we bombed your thing.
It's like India and Pakistan have kind of nailed it by being like, hey, let's just do some, we'll have a dance off at the border.
Yeah.
Like, that's basically what everyone's doing.
Step up 3, the DMZ.
Exactly. Except they're like $1 trillion dance offs.
It is every day, right?
You know? It's all choreographed.
But I think it's like, that is a great new plot line for the new dance movie.
Yeah.
Starring Channing Tatum. He's wearing the little fucking hat.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, it's...
I think, and then in North Korea, South Korea, they do breakdancing. Yeah. Because that's what they're good at.
John Cho, where you at? I love like the... Because Iranians, all my Iranian friends are all like kind of like so emotional. Iran's an emotional Persian place. Yeah. So they're just like, guys, everything's going to shit. Like, guys.
Good accent.
Right?
Yeah, good.
guys. And I don't know why, but in Iranian, in heat, I never can have sympathy for. I don't know what that is.
Wait, what?
It's just their accent is so...
It's difficult to pin down.
It's never been down. It's difficult to have sympathy for that accent.
I don't know, but it's a very cute accent. For me, it's the most sympathetic.
Guys. It's just too whiny, no?
Yeah, it is. But to me, I like that. You know,
guys, they're bombing us, guys. All love to Iranians, and if you're whatever, if your family's okay, hopefully everything's good.
To all our listeners in Iran,
yeah.
You know, we're with you.
Join the Patreon, I think.
Do you have any uncles that are nuclear scientists?
Yeah, my God.
Yeah, I know. Dude. We've made the joke before. It's like, if you're in Iran, intentionally be bad at math in school. So
I know, seriously. So at this point, the Israelis are bombing like HVAC technical institutes, you know?
Dude, why are they targeting the Montessori's right now?
Seriously.
Like,
hey, we heard there's some people who can read.
45 Iranian Kumans have been exploded.
Yeah. It's like, they're not fucking around, dude. Seriously.
They really, I mean, the thing with Israel, I think, is when they do attack, they attack with no charm whatsoever. They're like, they're just like, there's no like deniable plausibility. There's like, no, we're going to bomb your fucking shit.
Yeah.
Fuck you and fuck you and fuck you. So that's why it's like very easy for the international community to be like, the Israel, like PR is just going down and down.
Well, the Israel thing is like, hey, we bombed a hospital. Because we heard that there's another hospital underneath it. They're hiding another hospital. And we heard there's some kids in there that we needed to get. That's like their way of doing things, you know?
Because the guys, like the Mossad or whatever, the ministers who like talk on the Israeli TV, they're just like, yeah, we were aiming for a lot of kids. Yeah. And mission accomplished. We got a lot of them. Here's one of the limbs that we have. Everyone's like, woo! It's like, dude, it's so gnarly.
It's really gnarly, though, because nobody there is ever just like, hey, no, that's bad. Bombing kids is bad. They don't have that contingent in the country at this point.
Well, they're like on the ground. They have a lot of people that are like, hates all this, obviously.
For some, maybe.
There's definitely some protests I've seen, like, of Israelis like protesting the government, but I don't know if that's like a big
I thought it's always like, hey, you didn't kill enough kids this time. Every time they bomb a hospital, all I see is footage of dudes with the curly things on the side. They're up in chairs. They're doing the chair dances. You know?
Oh my God.
They all got GoPros on their heads.
Oh my God. There's no more Fiddler on the Roof because no roofs left.
There's no roofs left.
You know what I'm saying? They're all crazy, man.
No.
So right now, I mean, they basically have hit every single nation that borders them now in the last year. Yeah?
Not Egypt, Lebanon, Syria.
Everything else.
Huh?
Everything else. Lebanon, Syria.
Not Jordan.
Iran. Oh, not Jordan.
Not Jordan. And just Iran. And Iran's all the way over there. It's not next to it. So
when was the last time Jordan was in a thing? They're not ever.
No, they're like the chump chests of the Israelis.
Right.
So they're fully in line. So are the Egyptians. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, the problem is that all the other surrounding Arab states all hate Palestinians.
Right.
Like they all are not nice to Palestine.
But why?
It's a long story. It's because like when they first got expelled and they were in refugee camps in some of these other countries, they would start up some shit, you know. They want to start launching insurgencies from these places. And then when the authorities there say, hey, don't do that, then they start fighting with them, right? And this is what led to Pakistan being brought in to massacre tens of thousands of people, Palestinians in Jordan in what was called the Black September Massacre.
Sure. Yeah, so sorry, kids. You know?
Yeah.
It's so brutal.
It's just so crazy because you're like, oh, fuck, it's World War III. It's World War III. And then, like, what is World War III? It's like, it's this choreographed thing. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, all hell's breaking loose now, right?
Right.
But my favorite astrologer, Piviad Narasimha Rao on Twitter, X, whatever you call it, he has a lot to say about what's happening. He's like, this is what's happening. Do you want me to read the predictions?
Sure.
This guy knows what's up, dude. This guy be knowing. Top astrologer.
On X.
I love this guy because he's a very wholesome, nerdy Indian guy. Where are you, PVR? There we go. Here he is. This is the guy. This is what he said. Ominous time. This is on the 17th.
Wow, astrologer.
Yeah.
I could have gotten that.
I know. That's all he wrote.
Shit's rough. Okay, wow.
Mars, war, aggression, has one-way drishti, that's like focus or gaze, on Saturn, which is restraint and suffering. Mars is in a fiery sign, and Krura Drekna, I don't know what that is, moves towards explosive Ketu. Mars has no drishti from Saturn, restraint, or Jupiter, wisdom. Mars drishti peaks on June 18th next week or so. Can bring a major negative twist regarding ongoing wars. Intensify your sadhana, blah, blah, blah. So then he says, the following week, when they struck, U.S. struck 3 nuclear sites in Iran when Mars had exact drishti on Saturn within 1 degree. This is a big deal and will shape world history. Half of the, quote, ominous week I mentioned is still left. In July 2nd half, another ominous and explosive time will come. Mars-Ketu conjunction without alleviating Jupiter-Saturn drishti.
Ways before seeing something intense.
He's seeing something even worse coming second half of July.
Okay.
In general, April, August 2025 is a crazy time. I'm afraid there's more violence and destruction to come. So this, by the way, U.S. bombing of Iran nuclear sites came during Bharani Nakshatra, ruled by Lord Yama, that's a god of death, and Dvadasi Titi, not auspicious.
Wow,
this will have very messy and destructive consequences. And then he has some other stuff, which is kind of editorializing.
Lucky numbers, 25, 65, 17.
Yeah, Indian astrology, Hindu astrology is the very specific.
Lucky numbers 10, 7.
Yeah.
Why don't they ever go into stocks and stuff, these guys?
Probably some of them do.
All, you know?
Like businessmen in India definitely consult astrologers.
Of course.
Yeah. Apparently Ronald Reagan used to consult astrologers.
That makes sense, dude. That makes total sense. Dude, I'm definitely worried.
Hollywood
this is all stuff that's scary. I mean, you know, if the astrology is shit's crazy and shit's gonna get crazier, I could have said that.
Yeah, I mean, I've been kind of cooling down on all forms of politics. Really, even the stuff that I'm passionate about, I've really been icing out in a big way lately, in a good way, until Trump did the strikes on Fordo, and then I got really pissed off for like a little bit, and then I was like, whatever, man, whatever.
Welcome to my world.
It's like there's just no stopping a lot of this shit.
It's the same shit. It's the same shit being piled on shit, and you're learning things, right? Like say like you learn about a subject, right? That's happening at the moment. that learning is actually getting redone and undone.
Yes.
So the learning actually has no staying power. You're not learning large truths. You're just learning the thing that's going to be undone in the next.
I know.
So it feels like a waste of time sometimes.
But then Trump, they interviewed him very briefly today, and this clip and his responses really made clear what the dilemma is. Here, I'm going to play the clip audio. Here we go.
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Yeah.
And he said Israel.
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen.
Biggest
I'm not happy with
load.
Israel.
Fat load.
You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours,
on Iran.
you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I thought he was going to end this with like, and I'm taking Israel's PS4 for the month. I'm no more games for the month. No more Fortnite.
Dude, that was the boldest thing I've heard an American president ever say.
I've never heard that Trump care about anything this much.
Well, yeah, he was. You know why? Because he was like, I'm doing the peace deal. These guys are fucking up the peace deal.
This is wild from Trump.
Right? Because Israel always does this. It's like, yes, this ceasefire. And then, we're going to violate the ceasefire. Time for a chair dance, you know?
But, oops.
That's the first time you ever hear a president who just says fuck to the press.
They didn't even like censor that.
No.
It was right there in the barrel.
I know.
Hey, fucking fuck. Back to you. It's insane. The man cares. The man cares about.
He cares.
Not being listened to. You know?
Look, I think he expressed how every American feels, which is just like fuck the Middle East.
Right.
I'm tired of the Middle East. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Well, dude, I mean, part of the reason Trump was hired was like, I don't want any more foreign wars. And now here
I know.
What's going on?
I think what Trump is doing is he's trying to play a very delicate dance where he's like, okay, I have to comply with the Zionists who donated to my campaign, Miriam Adelson and all that. At the same time, I really don't want to get dragged into an Israeli war. At the same time, they do have a lot of people in Congress on lockdown. So what do we do?
Why don't people have like senioritis for their own terms? Like, you can't get elected again, so why don't you just like say fuck you to all the interests that got you in power and be like, hey, listen, thank you, but I'm not.
I think he would try to do that, but I think Congress and all that stuff, like Senate, and like you know, Lindsey Graham and everybody in Senate and Congress is like all glazed up on the Israel tip.
Right,
you know,
they're
what I mean?
Israeled up, dude. So I mean, fuck. So what's gonna happen? Like, I mean, you can't control Israel. You just can't do it. They're just gonna keep bombing.
You can't control them because they are the most powerful country in the world.
I don't know about that.
Who?
Israel? I mean, listen, you've said this a couple of times, and I'm like, I like the idea. It makes sense. But it doesn't seem true. It doesn't seem true at all. It seems like they're the most annoying country in the world.
That for sure. I mean, that
most
for sure.
powerful, I don't know. You know? But
it's like, why does this have to be the country to represent arguably my favorite people on earth?
Yes.
You know, being the Jews. Who are like, we are the Jews. And I'm like, you're not the Jews.
Hey, here's a tip for all the people against Israel. Just get them on a Friday.
I know.
Get them on the Friday. That's all I'm saying. Okay?
No, you know what they do then? Then they're like, excuse me, America, would you mind? It's Friday Shabbos. Would you mind dropping the bomb on Friday for us on Iran
Please,
side?
we can't use this.
I'll give you ice cream bar. If you do it for $5.
Thank you. Here's ice cream. Or they have like a type of like an analog missile that's like not made of any sort of electricity. It's just bomb. It's no electricity. We just throw it.
Their bombs are wearing wigs.
Yeah, exactly. The yarmulke. I mean, Shabbos sounds like an onomatopoeia sometimes for an explosion. To be honest. But yeah, it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. The side curls are in a twist right now.
The side girls are getting real. They're kind of turning into dreads. They're getting so twisted up. You know, and then what is it with the Iranians? They always wear all their top guys. They all wear like the fuckboy uniform. Have you noticed that? Where it's like shirt, jacket, no tie, no tie, baby. After hours. Yeah. You guys want to fuck?
I think Ahmadinejad started that, right?
They all do it, dude.
They all love the
all
blazer.
their foreign ministers. It's always a suit coat, no tie,
dude.
And they're the most fuckable people,
dude,
on earth.
Iranians stay clean. With it, dude. They look good.
They do.
Suleiman pre-corpse. Hot.
Yeah.
I'll say that. They Iranians look good.
Iranians look good.
Even the Shah, like the Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, whatever, he looked good. His son's a little busted. His wife was hot. You know? Yeah,
the Shah people are not. But I look at these guys like, I'm forgetting his name. He was the foreign minister for a long time. Javad something. No. And he was great, dude. This guy would always come out. He's smart, articulate. You know, he's got the riz. And he's like, again, suit coat. No tie.
Yeah.
No tie. Like,
looks good.
It looks good.
Now Reza Pahlavi's coming in, right? He's like, I want in, please.
Yeah, I know.
You know, the son of
nobody
the
likes him either.
It's like you're like,
yeah.
You've been living in like
even the neocons are like, shut up.
Yeah, you were an OC. You were living in the OC for like last 20 years. You were chilling with Maz
Get back in your white Acura, okay?
Get the fuck out of here. That you sold to yourself. Go hang out with Maz Jabrani at Holy Land. You know what's that chain?
There's a chain.
Holy Land Falafel.
Is that really? Damn.
Jesus Christ, dude. There's always like rando expats that are like sons of like the scions of like big political parties that like come back in when the shit's going crazy.
That's what they always try to get
Bengali,
going.
The Tariq, Zia from London. All these guys, want to jump in when like shit's crazy. By the way, this one guy, remember Brendan Burgess? Remember him?
Oh, vaguely.
He was a comic black guy who sounded white.
He looked Indian though.
Looked Indian, black guy, sounded white. Always loved saying the N-word constantly, right?
Ooh, dangerous.
He was terrible at comedy. I remember one time though, when right-wing comedy was coming back in, I saw him at a lot of mics, and I'm like, "What are you doing here?" He was like, "I think it's time for return. I think they're ready for my type of comedy." That's what I get from these guys who are coming in like, "Yeah, it's time. They need this." Black guy who can't say the N-word vibes. Same with Pahlavi. Like, you're not Iranian anymore, bro. Stop. You can't do this. You can't do this thing.
You can't just be running an Acura dealership and then be like, I'm the king. Holy shit, I'm the king. Holy shit, guys, I'm the king now.
Guys. Please, guys.
In the show, guys.
Iranians are the best.
Yeah.
Are the best.
Shah Pahlavi. Nah, I don't think so, Pahlavi. Okay, Pahlavi Gunalan has got a better chance of ruling Iran.
Deep cut for no reason.
Yeah. Not that anybody...
Sure.
We love Pahlavi.
If she ran something, we'd be all dead by...
Yeah, she's more hardcore than the mullahs.
Yeah,
I know
blow
Pahlavi.
up
We love her.
some Muslim country within 5 days.
No. She'd be going after Israel.
Definitely. But here's the thing. I mean, like, it feels a little scary what's going on. You know, a lot more attention in that side of the world than I would want. I feel like summer, again, it's hot.
What I love about you is that when we're done recapping just the nightmares of the world, you're always like, yes, and indeed, things are... You always have like a very formal way of being like... And I truly do hope the best for everyone in the region. You like to sign off like a normie, which is so interesting. Because during the episode, you're just like, you're like, and then in conclusion, I do indeed hope things become a bit more regulated there.
You know why I do that? Because I've gotten into so much hot water on podcasts that I always do.
It's like your caveat.
Like, because I do a podcast where like, I cheated 17 times in 5 days. But, you know, cheating is wrong. Yeah. I add that at the end so everyone knows where I stand. I feel like
it's like you coming out for like a bow at the end of a play. Like we're all just playing around here.
It's like a tick, actually.
Or me just going like, just acting, guys. We're just acting, and this is jokes, and this is what I actually believe. Is love all. Gays are great, and please don't cancel me. It's a please don't cancel me thing.
Yes.
That's all it is. Dude,
please don't.
Obviously, I love Iranians, okay, who are homophobic.
He loves Palestinians. He loves Israelis. He loves Jews. Slava Ukraini. God bless Russia.
Israeli women are
free
hot.
Palestine. Israel shy.
Dude, for one point, my algorithm was just like hot Israeli women who are like, here's a severed head of a Muslim. And I'm like, man, it's ruining the vibe. Anyway, but what I meant to say is that Everyone stop bombing each other.
Yeah.
And
Pakistan
please-
Zindabad, Bharat Mata ki jai. We love India.
Vote for Zoran. I'm a hot girl for Zoran.
Hot girl for Zoran. Cuomo, we still believe in you.
Let me be your 12th.
Yeah.
I love neo-Nazis.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And to the Black Panthers, we salute you as well.
Why do you do the Nazi salute for the Black
Yeah,
Panther?
yeah, exactly.
Black Panther version of the Nazi salute? What? That's mango. We're whatever. Okay? It's all love.
We're
and
everywhere.
Don't fight. Seriously, don't fight. I wish the best.
We're fight. Do
Don't-
whatever you like. Live your life or die your death. It's up to you, buddies. All right, this has been Mango Bay. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. We love you. Thank you.
Come again.
Boom.